Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a world that's full of half-hearted attempts, people going through the motions, barely giving enough to achieve anything extraordinary. But let me tell you, that's not how you make it. You want success? You have to go all in. No excuses, no hesitation, no maybe tomorrow. You've got to throw your whole being into it. Every ounce of energy, every fiber of your being fully invested. Success doesn't come from dabbling, from trying a little bit here and there. Success comes from commitment, full commitment to excellence. You want the rewards? Then you better be ready to pay the price. And that price is nothing less than everything you've got. Now, let me make something clear. Along the way, you're going to face fear. And what does most people do when they feel fear? They turn around and walk away. Not you. Fear is not the enemy, it's the training ground. Every time you're afraid, it's telling you that you're about to step into something big. If you're not scared, you're not growing. You've got to look that fear in the face, and you've got to go after it with everything you've got. You can't let the fear of failure stop you. Failure doesn't define you unless you let it. You fail when you quit, not when you try. So stop letting fear control you. Let it fuel you. Because guess what? Once you realize that failure isn't the end, it's just a lesson, there's nothing that can hold you back. And when you're all in, let me tell you something, opportunities will come at you like a flood. But guess what? Most people will miss them. Why? Because they're not paying attention. They're not fully invested in what they're doing. They're too busy looking for the next shiny thing. You want to know why success passes most people by? They don't have the eyes to see it, the hunger to grab it, or the guts to take it. When you go all in, you don't wait for opportunities, you create them. You force them into your life by showing up every day, giving everything you've got. And when opportunity knocks, you've already positioned yourself to answer. Here's the truth: success doesn't come easily. It's not about shortcuts or getting rich quick. It's about hard work. It's about sacrifice. You've got to give up the things that others are willing to hold on to. You think people want to wake up early? You think they want to put in those extra hours, make those hard decisions? No, but that's the price you pay for greatness. That's the cost of the life you dream about. Are you willing to make those sacrifices? Are you willing to grind when everyone else is chilling? Because if you want what they have, you have to do what they do, and that's work your ass off day in and day out. And listen, I'm not talking about a one-time push. I'm not talking about a burst of energy that fades in a few weeks. I'm talking about consistency every single day. Relentless. When you go all in, it's not just a burst of motivation that gets you to the top. It's the habit of showing up. It's about being disciplined enough to do what needs to be done, even when it's hard, even when it's not fun. It's about putting in the effort when no one's watching, when no one's applauding, because you know that every day you're getting closer. Success is a marathon, not a sprint. It's the consistency of your actions that will propel you forward. One day at a time, one step at a time. And before you know it, you'll be looking back and you'll realize that every ounce of effort, every sacrifice, every second of hard work paid off. So let me tell you this: go all in. Go all in everything you do. You want success? It's right there waiting for you. But it's not going to come to you while you're sitting on the sidelines. You have to earn it. You have to work for it. You have to give it everything you've got, every single day. The road will be tough. The sacrifices will be hard. But success, my friend, is waiting for those who refuse to quit. Now get up, get in the game, and make it happen. You've got what it takes, but only if you go all in. Success will follow, guaranteed. A commitment to excellence is not a choice, it's a decision you make every single day. It's the unwavering promise you make to yourself that you will show up and give your best no matter the circumstances, no matter the obstacles. Excellence is a mindset, a way of life, and a relentless pursuit of becoming the best version of yourself. It's not about being perfect, no one is, but it's about striving to be better than you were yesterday. When you commit to excellence, you elevate your standards. You stop making excuses for why things aren't working out. You stop settling for mediocrity because you understand that your potential is limitless. You realize that every moment is an opportunity to improve. Every task, no matter how small, is an opportunity to refine your craft, whether it's in your press, whether it's in your personal life, your work, or your relationships. Excellence is the foundation upon which everything else is built. Excellence doesn't happen overnight. It's the product of consistent effort, discipline, and hard work. It's the culmination of making the right decisions over and over again, even when no one is watching. It's about pushing through the challenges, the doubts, and the moments when it seems easier to quit. It's about doing what others won't, doing what others can't, and doing it with pride. When you commit to excellence, you stop being average and you start doing what it takes to stand out. You stop focusing on what's easy and start focusing on what's necessary. Committing to excellence means choosing to operate at your highest level, no matter where you are or who you're with. It's not about waiting for the right moment or the perfect conditions. It's about deciding that you will perform at your best, no matter the environment, no matter the setbacks. The world won't wait for you to get your act together. If you're not committed to excellence, someone else will outwork you, outsmart you, and outshine you. The path to greatness is carved by those who dare to be excellent in everything they do. In the pursuit of excellence, you will face adversity, you will face failure, and you will face moments where the road ahead seems impossible. But understand, this excellence doesn't come from avoiding struggle, it comes from embracing it. The challenges you face are the building blocks of greatness. Each setback is an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to push yourself even harder. Excellence is not about avoiding the storms, it's about dancing in the rain, knowing that the effort you put in today will pay off tomorrow. The commitment to excellence is not for the faint of heart. It's for those who refuse to accept mediocrity in their lives. It's for those who understand that success doesn't come to those who wait, it comes to those who work relentlessly, day after day, with the intention of being the best in everything they do. You have to look in the mirror and ask yourself, am I giving my best today? Am I striving for excellence in everything I do? Because the truth is, if you're not, then you're wasting your time. You're settling for less than you're capable of, and that's not good enough. So commit to excellence today. In everything you do, be the best. Set your standards higher, push through the challenges, and never stop growing. Excellence is not just a goal, it's a way of life. And when you make it your commitment, there's no limit to what you can achieve. Your potential is waiting. So give it everything you've got and let the world see what you're truly capable of. Failure is something that most people fear more than anything else. But let me tell you, this fear of failure is the single biggest thing standing between you and success. You see, we've been conditioned from a young age to avoid failure. Society tells us to play it safe, to keep our heads down, and to follow the path that's been laid out for us. But if you want to achieve anything great in this life, you have to embrace failure, not run from it. Failure isn't the end, it's the beginning of growth, the foundation of success. When you fear failure, you limit yourself. You start thinking about all the things that could go wrong, all the possible mistakes you might make. And that's where most people get stuck. They never even try because they're too busy worrying about the worst case scenario. But let me tell you something, the worst thing you can do is nothing at all. Failing doesn't make you weak, it makes you stronger. Every failure teaches you something. Every mistake is a lesson in disguise. And the sooner you realize that, the sooner you'll start winning. Let me be clear about something. No one who has ever achieved greatness did so without facing failure. Think about the people you admire, the ones who've made a difference in the world, the ones who've reached the top of their fields. They didn't get there by playing it safe. They didn't get there by avoiding mistakes. They got there by taking risks, by stepping out of their comfort zones, and yes, by failing. But they didn't let failure stop them. They got up, learned the lesson, and tried again. They understood that failure is just a part of the journey, not the destination. When you're not afraid to fail, you open yourself up to unlimited possibilities. You take risks. You push the boundaries, and you challenge yourself to go further than you ever thought possible. But if you let the fear of failure hold you back, you'll stay stuck where you are. You'll never know how far you could have gone because you were too afraid to take that first step. Think about it, the only real failure is not trying at all. If you don't give yourself the chance to fail, you'll never give yourself the chance to succeed. You have to understand that failure doesn't define you. It doesn't say anything about who you are as a person. What defines you is how you respond to failure. Are you going to let it defeat you, or are you going to use it as fuel to keep going? The choice is yours. You can sit in the corner and cry about what went wrong, or you can get up, learn from it, and come back stronger than ever. The real winners aren't the ones who avoid failure, they're the ones who fail, learn, and then keep fighting. The truth is, failure is a gift. It's your teacher, your guide, your mentor in disguise. If you're not failing, you're not pushing yourself hard enough. You're not stretching yourself beyond your limits. And if you're not stretching, you're not growing. You need to face failure head on, embrace it, and let it guide you to the next level of your journey. It's not something to be feared, it's something to be respected and welcomed. When you embrace failure, you take the power away from it. You stop letting it control you. And when you stop letting failure control you, you gain control over your life. You take back your power, your confidence, and your drive. You stop worrying about what could go wrong, and you start focusing on what could go right. And that's when things start happening. That's when success starts knocking on your door. So, if you want to break through the barriers that are holding you back, you have to stop letting fear of failure dictate your life. You need to be willing to fail, because that's the only way you're ever going to grow. Step into the unknown. Embrace the risk. Take the shot. And when you fall, pick yourself up, learn, and keep going. Failure isn't your enemy. It's your greatest ally on the road to success. The sooner you realize that, the sooner you'll start achieving things you never thought possible. Maximizing opportunities is not something that happens by chance or luck. It is a skill, a mindset, a way of living that you must actively embrace. The world is full of opportunities, every day some obvious, some hidden in plain sight. But here's the truth, most people miss them because they aren't fully aware or don't have the courage to take advantage of them. The difference between those who succeed and those who struggle is not luck. It's the ability to recognize opportunities and to act on them without hesitation, without fear, and without holding back. You see, life is constantly offering you moments to grow, to create, and to evolve. Every person you meet, every situation you face, and every challenge that comes your way is an opportunity waiting to be seized. But if you're not paying attention, if you're not actively looking for those opportunities, they will pass you by. Opportunity doesn't wait for you to get ready. It's out there moving fast, and it will leave you behind if you don't act with speed, precision, and confidence. The key to maximizing opportunities is not waiting for the perfect moment. There is no perfect moment. If you wait for everything to be lined up perfectly, you'll wait forever. Opportunities come when they come, and if you don't recognize them and take action, you'll never see the fruits of what could have been. Don't get caught up in thinking that the conditions have to be right. They never will be. The conditions are never perfect. You create the perfect conditions by acting, by committing, by making it happen. When you start seizing opportunities, you'll realize something important. There will be risks. It's part of the deal. Taking advantage of opportunities requires you to step outside your comfort zone, to do things that make you uncomfortable, and to take risks that could lead to failure. But listen to me carefully, failure is not something to fear. It's something to learn from. Every opportunity you take, whether it ends in success or failure, teaches you something valuable. The lessons are just as powerful, if not more so, than the wins. The only true failure is the failure to take action in the first place. The most successful people aren't the ones who have everything figured out, they're the ones who take action. They don't wait for everything to be perfect. They see an opportunity and they go for it. They leverage every resource they have, every skill they've developed, and every bit of courage they can muster, and they make their move. Whether they're facing rejection, resistance, or even failure, they keep moving forward. And that's what you need to do. When you see an opportunity, grab it, don't hesitate. Don't second guess yourself, move. It's in the act of moving forward that you'll start to see the true potential of what you can accomplish. And here's the most important part: maximize those opportunities by making the most of every moment. This isn't just about seizing one chance, it's about recognizing the ongoing opportunities that appear daily. Every conversation you have, every project you take on, every small decision you make is an opportunity in itself. Maximize them. Don't just skim the surface. Dive deep. Push yourself to learn, to grow, to create something meaningful from every interaction, every task. Whether big or small, every opportunity is a chance for you to get closer to your goals, to your success. So how do you do this? It starts with having the right mindset. You must believe that opportunities are abundant and that you deserve them. You must take responsibility for your success and commit to recognizing and acting on the chances that come your way. This means being proactive, not reactive. When you see an opportunity, you don't wait for someone to give you permission. You step up and take action. You might not always know exactly how things will unfold, but you know that sitting on the sidelines won't get you anywhere. You take the shot, and if it doesn't work, you learn, you adjust, and you go again. Maximizing opportunities is about being fully engaged with your life, your work, and your dreams. It's about taking ownership of your time, your decisions, and your future. The moment you decide to commit to action, to recognize that opportunities aren't just out there, but within your reach, you unlock your true potential. Success will follow. You just have to be ready to make the most of what life gives you. Success is not something that comes easy. It's not handed to you on a silver platter. No, success is forged in the fires of hard work and sacrifice. You think the greats achieved their status by sitting around waiting for opportunities to fall into their lap? Absolutely not. They went after them with relentless determination and an iron will. They were willing to do what most people were not. They were willing to put in the work. Day after day, no matter how tough it got. Hard work is the foundation of everything. If you want to be successful, if you want to accomplish anything meaningful in this world, you have to be willing to work harder than anyone else around you. There are no shortcuts. There are no easy roads. When everyone else is sitting back, enjoying the fruits of their laziness, that's when you should be hustling. While others are taking their rest, you should be putting in the hours. And it's not just about showing up. It's about showing up with the mindset of a winner, with the mindset that you are building something that will last. But here's the kicker: hard work alone is not enough. You have to be willing to sacrifice. There is always a price to pay. You will have to give up comfort, give up the things that most people consider essential, give up your time and energy. People talk about wanting to get ahead, but they're not willing to pay the price. They're not willing to sacrifice the comforts of today for the rewards of tomorrow. If you want something big, something that will truly change your life, you need to be willing to make those sacrifices. That's what separates the average from the extraordinary. Sacrifice means you'll miss out on some things. It means you won't always get to hang out with your friends. It means that at times you'll have to say no to things you love doing to stay focused on what matters. Sacrifice means you put your dreams first, and that requires you to make decisions that others won't understand. It's easy to be distracted by the comforts of today, the things that pull you in for short-term pleasure, but those things won't take you where you want to go. It's the long-term vision that must drive you. Sacrifice is also a test of character. It reveals who you truly are, what you're really made of. When life gets tough, when you're faced with obstacles that seem insurmountable, do you quit or do you push through? Success is about resilience, and resilience is built through sacrifice. It's not about how many times you fall down, it's about how many times you get back up. And each time you do, you grow stronger, more determined, more capable of handling the next challenge that comes your way. It's through sacrifice that you develop the mental toughness needed to succeed. The truth is, no one has ever achieved anything great without sacrifice. If you want to live a life of excellence, if you want to leave a legacy, then you have to embrace both the hard work and the sacrifice. You can't have one without the other. They are the twin pillars that will carry you to your goals. You need to understand that every hour of work you put in today is an investment in your future. Every sacrifice you make, every moment you choose to stay focused instead of giving in to distractions, is bringing you closer to the life you've dreamed of. Hard work and sacrifice are not just for the select few, they are available to anyone who is willing to commit. They are universal laws that govern success. They don't care about your background or your current situation. What matters is whether you're willing to push yourself harder than you ever have before, whether you're ready to make the hard choices that will lead to the life you want. Because at the end of the day, it's not about luck, it's about the relentless pursuit of your goals, the grit to keep going when it gets tough, and the strength to sacrifice what's comfortable for what's extraordinary. So if you're serious about your success, if you're serious about becoming the person you were meant to be, then you need to embrace hard work. You need to embrace sacrifice. You need to make the choice right here and right now to put in the effort, to give it everything you've got, and to never look back. The road won't be easy, but it will be worth it. Trust in the process. Work hard. Sacrifice. And when you look back, you'll see that every drop of sweat, every ounce of effort, and every sacrifice you made was worth it. Because that's where success comes from, through hard work, sacrifice, and the relentless pursuit of greatness. When you embrace hard work and sacrifice, you begin to tap into a well of potential that you never knew existed. It's not about simply going through the motions, it's about pushing through the discomfort, the fatigue, and the obstacles that stand in your way. The truth is, success is not reserved for the lucky or the naturally gifted. It's earned by those who are willing to put in the sweat, the blood, and the tears. It's about showing up when no one is watching, giving your best, even when it feels like the world is against you. Hard work is the bedrock of any achievement, and sacrifice is the price you pay to create something lasting, something real. The easy route may seem tempting, but it's the hard, sometimes painful path that leads to true greatness. And that greatness, that success, is the result of your willingness to sacrifice what is comfortable for what is extraordinary. Remember, the work you do today, the sacrifices you make now, will pave the way for a future that others only dream about. The effort you put in today compounds over time, and one day you'll look back and see how far you've come. You'll realize that the struggle was worth it. And you'll understand that it was the hard work and sacrifice that transformed you into someone capable of achieving what you once thought was impossible. So never shy away from hard work. Never back down from sacrifice. The path may be difficult, but the rewards are immeasurable. Embrace it and watch as you build a life that others will admire and respect. Success will follow, and it will be built on the foundation of everything you've put into it. Stay committed. Stay relentless. Because with hard work and sacrifice, there's nothing you can't achieve.